Guys, it's just mad, isn't it? It's mad. It's like there's no allure anymore in life. There's no mystique, is there, with anybody? We might as well just all walk around naked, don't we?
Yeah.
No. No. Good God, I've seen embarrassing bodies. But no, come on, when you look down there, you can't tell if it's a top, middle or a bottom. And that's just the fellas. No, honestly, I mean, don't get me wrong, I've nothing against naked bodies. I might have something against my own naked body. No, it's a poor do, isn't it? It's poor do when your other half puts on a face mask and turns the light out when you walk in the room. Especially when I've only gone in the kitchen to make a cup of tea. You don't have to worry, I'm not naked under here. I could do with it, it's warm, but no, no. No, I don't have a problem with naked bodies. What I do have a problem with is the hypocrisy of naturists. It's the hypocrisy of naturists, because they stand there, don't they? And I apologise if there's any naturists in the audience tonight. To be honest, I think I'd spot you, it's not that dark. No, it's the hypocrisy of naturists, because they stand there, don't they, they'll go, this is how God intended me to be. They've all nicky-nacky noodles out, haven't they? Jingly-jangly this. And they stand there and they go, this is how God intended me to be. Naked, naked as the day I was born. Really? What are you doing with the baseball cap and trainers on then? Just they do, don't they? Every time they got the baseball cap and trainers on. It's like a couple of years ago. There was a fella, and he used to go through Leeds city centre where I come from, and he used to have all these jingly-jangly bits out. What, Jimmy Savile? No. It was... No, he went a few years before. There's a pattern forming in there. Leeds, great city, home of the dodgy bastard. No, there was a guy who used to walk through Leeds city centre, naked, but for his backpack. Naked, but for his backpack. And of course he gets arrested. And he insists on going into court naked. Naked but for his backpack. It's absolutely true, this. And he stood in the dock, naked but for his backpack, and of course the judge is going ballistic. He's going, good God, man, get dressed. He said, I will not. God intended me to be naked with my backpack. Really? I think if God had intended you to be naked with a backpack, you would have been born a tortoise. But anyway, I'm drifting like Wilson in Castaway. I'm drifting a little bit. It was great, that football, wasn't it? I tell you what, that was some acting. Outshone Tom Hanks, didn't it? No, listen. So I'm drifting a little bit. So back to my sex education class then. Because I have to be honest with you, us comedians, we kind of exaggerate, as you can tell. We're a bit dramatic. But the story I'm about to tell you of my sex education class, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely true, word for word. In fact, it was one of the most horrific moments of my childhood. Firstly, we didn't even know we were having a sex education class. We're sat in maths and we got this slip. Menstrual cycle class today. I honestly thought it were a progressive step up from my cycling proficiency I'd done the week before. Boy, did I get a shock. So he goes into the class, and the nurse then comes in. Because you had nurses back then, you know. Oh, yeah, we had nurses. I mean, God love them. Today you can be in A&E 3 weeks, you won't see one, would you? Back then, flinging them out to all the schools to tell them about sex. And ladies and gentlemen, we got the full works, do you know what I mean? We got the full Camilla Fortescue, Chumley Brown, Hattie Jakes lookalike nurse descend upon our class. Now don't get me wrong, she could have bandaged her now, taken your blood pressure, done CPR. But she was about as appropriate to a children's sex education class as it would have been getting Rose West in to do childcare. Firstly, she comes in, and she says, girls, I'm here to talk about sex and periods. There are only 3 things you need to know. You'll get a visitor once a month, your body will start to change, keep away from boys. What? A visitor? We live in a 2 up, 2 down. My mum will not be happy with that one. What? My body's going to change. I mean, to be honest, I were hoping for Barbie. I didn't get it. I thought, what? A visitor? What? What's she on about? Then she proceeds to get the slide projector out and projects an image on the wall that can best be described as the face of Satan himself. The devil was there, complete with red horns, staring back at us. We were petrified, we were terrified. Turns out, after a brief explanation, it was a picture of the female reproductive system. That's right, fellas, inside every woman lies Satan. To be honest, you probably knew it anyway. Species that can bleed every month up to 7 days and never die, scares the crap out of most people. Hey, no, listen, I don't know why I'm staring at you just look petrified, no? Only kidding. No, period blood and periods have actually been scaring the crap out of men for years, you know. Back in medieval times, they used to believe that having sex with a woman on a period would make your penis rot. On a positive, they thought it could cure leprosy. So depending on your preference and your position, what you lose down here, you gain up here. Yeah. In a lot of cultures, they think that period blood has magical powers. A bit like a menstrual Paul Daniels, really. I don't. And in the African culture of hoodoo, they believe that putting period blood in a man's coffee will make him fall for you. Starbucks missing a trick with that one, aren't they? Can you imagine? Hey, Beryl, look at these two. Hey. We'll get them in, fellas, we'll get them in. He'll have a Mappa Frocca Mappuccino with a hint of hemoglobin. And yours, Beryl, an espresso with extra plasma. Woo! It's horrific, isn't it? It scares you to death. So anyway, I've drifted again. Back to the sex education class. So then she starts to tell us about period pain. And these were her exact words. It will be akin to 1,000 knives stabbing your womb. Honestly, those were words. Akin to 1,000 knives stabbing your womb. I've never played Kaplunk since. Then she proceeds to open up a medical bag of tricks and bring out what can best be described as a single bed memory foam mattress with 2 handles attached to either side, and tells us this is the sanitary pad we'll need to wear to stop all the blood. How much blood is there? I've got these images of me. I've lost my voice. I'll be back in a minute. I'm back, maybe. No, I'll try again. Talk amongst yourselves. I think I can do it. I'm back. I think I'm back anyway. So then she starts to where am I? Oh, sanitary pad, yeah. So then I thought of my teenage years walking around with this sanitary pad. Can you imagine? Like John Wayne with a local Alsatian dog from the council estate sniffing around my bits. I thought, if that ain't bad enough, do you know what I mean? If that ain't bad enough, then she proceeds to tell us about periods. And this is where it gets a bit bad, because one of the girls in the class says to her, she said, Miss, can we just ask you about periods? When do we start these periods like? She said, you will start your periods round about 11 and you will stop bleeding around 55. What? She forgot to mention it's only for a few days every month. I honestly thought I was going to be like some vampire water feature. Spur the out of it. I'm going to be like Carrie from the horror film, just blood, sleeping away. Well, that was it. My teenage years were over from that point. It was like sell the chopper bike. I could never watch Starsky and Hutch again. I wanted it all taken away and a gas fire fitted. I'd had enough by then. But of course, as life can very often go, nothing was actually as bad as I thought. And in fairness, I did get a little bit of period pain, but it had its advantages, because it did get me out of games class. And it was a big advantage, especially in games class, if it was netball. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a question to ask about netball. Who the hell invented netball? No, come on, who the hell invented netball? Is it not the most ridiculous sport ever invented? Every other sport, you get the football, don't you? You're giving it this, giving it all the tricks, whacking it, tennis, the same, whacking it. Netball, catch, stop, throw it away. Catch, stop, throw it away. You can't do any tricks, can you? The most they'll give you is a 1-foot pivot. Oh, yeah. I'll go to my 1 foot pivot trials with that one, yeah. It's just the worst, isn't it? It's just absolutely the worst sport. But then, ladies and gentlemen, like Glinda descending upon Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz to give her the good news that she'd always had the power to go back to Kansas all along, suddenly my friend Morag descended upon me. Sounds a bit dodgy, that, doesn't it? In so many ways, not entirely untrue. What, wait a second.
Go on, keep the vodka going.
Keep the what? Keep the vodka? I wish. Right, so, like Glinda descended upon Dorothy, my friend Morag descended upon me to give me the news, the best news of all. I'm joking, no. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm really sorry. Has anybody got any water? Anybody got any water? Sorry, I've got a little bit of a tickly cough. What spell show for you, don't worry. What spell show? Thank you very much. I'll be back in a minute. I think I've got a bit of a frog in my throat tonight. I do apologise. So, my friend Morag, and you'll see the irony in that name in a moment, my friend Morag descended upon me to give me the news and introduce me to the greatest invention since sliced bread. Because my friend Morag introduced me to the tampon. Yes, the tampon, and it was fantastic. It was absolutely brilliant because suddenly my monthlies weren't like some market stall with all my things on show, everybody knowing what was going on and where. No, suddenly, my periods were like the Willy Wonka factory. All the little Oompa tampons going about the business with not a clue to the outside world. Suddenly my lady garden became the Area 51 of my body. You know there's something going on in there, you just don't know when, nowhere. And it was fantastic, it was absolutely fantastic, the tampon. Though I have to admit, I had a couple of early teething problems. But that was mainly due to the fact that they do put tampons in very decorative boxes, and I'm particularly short-sighted. But ladies and gentlemen, it only took 1 month of buying a box of party poppers by mistake, pulling that string, to learn a very, very valuable lesson, I can tell you. Now, at this stage, don't try it at home.